What up? This is Robert Horry.
Or three-pointer. Buries it.
You might know me as Big Shot Bob.
To Horry for three. Oh, unbelievable. This guy is off the charts.
What's going on, Big Shot Bob?
Robert Horry from downtown.
Well, it's Friday. We are in the thick of it. This is episode 131 of the Shoot Around, our Friday bonus show we bring you every week, or most weeks, I should say. Weeks where we're not taping on a Thursday, or one of us is sick, or in Japan. There's a million reasons why a Shoot Around may not show up, but we got one this week, and that's what counts, damn it. If you ever have something that you want us to talk about, or a question for Rob, or for any of us, you can just find us all over the place. We're at Big Shot Bob Pod, at Rob Jenners, at B Harper 90, and you can find what's your Instagram tag, Rob? Again, it's Robert Horry
7X.
7X. There it is. Robert Horry 7X, which sounds like a porno movie, but it isn't. Let's get into questions. Start with the question from Kenny.
Can we start with the question from Brandon Harper?
Oh my God, you're right. I forgot. In the text chain earlier this week. Go ahead, Harp. Throw it out. So we get this one in. We have a text chain with the three of us where we occasionally kick stuff around. And this one came in early this morning from Harper. Mm-hmm. And I immediately hated everything Rob had to say about it. So I said, save it for Shoot Around.
Yeah. And
I had to do some research, man. I had to think about it. Because, go ahead, tell
the first take was terrible, by the way.
Yeah.
You tried to amend it. I don't know if you saved it, but we'll see.
Yeah. So this is in lieu of, obviously, the Michael movie being in theaters.
Which is really, really good from what Christian Horry has told me. He enjoyed him. Like, he wouldn't even, yeah.
I saw it, too.
Yeah.
What did you think?
It was good.
I get really, oh man, this is not Michael Jackson thing. I get wary of biopics about people because I can't ever relate the person playing them to the actual person that they were.
Oh, you can do it in this one.
Can you?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
It's his nephew.
That's right, but that's where I have a huge disconnect a lot of times is like, man, that guy don't look like Steve Jobs, or that guy don't look like, you know what I mean? Where it's hard for me to correlate the two. So.
They did a really good job with Jafar Jackson in this one. Okay. Because it really is probably as close as you can get.
I mean, from what I've seen of it, it looks pretty damn close.
I wish, and I won't say anything crazy because y'all haven't seen it. I guess my only qualm with this thing is I wish this movie was longer. It's a 2-hour movie. Mm-hmm.
But doesn't it end like sort of part way through his career, if that's the right way to say it?
It ends right before the bad era.
Right.
87, 88.
Okay.
So it ends right. So it only encapsulates like the first 27 years of his life, 27, 28 years.
Oh, I guess it's going to be a part 2 then.
Yes, they already confirmed. They already greenlit it.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
There you go.
Yeah, that's in the making already.
Let's get to your question here then.
So, I came up with a question. Well, I saw this, obviously, everything we see off social media. And basically we do, how we do start, bench, cut in sports.
Of course.
Well, this is a start, bench, cut Michael Jackson era. You have the Thriller era, which is from 82 to 85, the Bad era from 87 to 89, and the Dangerous era from 91 to 94, and encapsulating their albums, his albums. Which era do you start? Which era do you bench? Which era do you cut? I think, Rob, you want to kind of tell the people how the original comment that you made?
Well, first of all, you always go back what you heard last. And like, I Remember the Times is like one of my favorite songs. And I went off that. And then I looked at the songs. And I was like, oh, shit, I know every song on the Thriller album except for one, Baby Be Mine.
Almost every one.
Yeah. And I'm
you don't
like,
know Baby Be Mine?
I know it, but I'm saying if you start, if you start singing the songs, I can like add in. I can't give you one lyric out of Baby Be Mine. And then I was like, oh, shit. The Bad. Then I looked at Dangerous, like, shit, Dangerous only got like 4 songs on there. And that I like, I really like. And I was like, oh shit, let me redo this thing. It goes Thriller, Bad, Dangerous. So I would cut Dangerous and start Thriller, then go to Bad, but it's just, cause one of my favorite songs now is Human Nature. Human Nature, then PYT on that Thriller album was, that's that era. That's what I love.
Gotcha. Rob?
So realistically, these are basically just one album each, right?
Yeah, pretty much.
Thriller, Bad, and Dangerous. That's pretty much it.
Yep.
I think you have to start Thriller. I mean,
it's yours.
It is the peak of Michael Jackson. Like, I mean, and there's been, it's hard to say that over the career he's had, that at any point you could go, wow, that Thriller album, like Rob's point, everybody knows almost every single song on that album, hands down. I will have Dangerous coming off the bench. That was for me because when Dangerous came out, it was like high school, middle school age for me, and it was like Michael Jackson's back. Good songs on that album. Really got a ton of airplay. Like I remember the Times, a great video, Magic's in it, which I kind of never understood the whole theme of that video, but good. I really liked Dangerous as an album, and then I'm gonna cut Bad. I know that's saying a lot, but Bad didn't have the impact for me at the age that I heard it that Dangerous did. So I'm a Dangerous coming off the bench.
This is tough for me being as big of an MJ fan as I am. But I obviously went with Thriller to start.
Yeah.
I'm going to say, even though Thriller is probably the greatest album ever put together, it is not as big of a gap between Thriller and Bad to me as it is for most people. Okay. I think the Bad album to me might have one skip on there. I think
I didn't really like Speed Demon on that.
Speed Demon may be the only skip, but I'm not skipping Liberian Girl.
I love Liberian Girl.
My favorite MJ song, I have a ton of favorites, but my favorite one is Smooth Criminal. Smooth Criminal is my...
Just like that because your favorite comedian was in that video. Chris Tucker.
That's not my favorite comedian.
I'm joking.
Oh, I was going to say.
He's an Atlanta guy, so I said that. I just said that.
Chris Tucker ain't in Smooth Criminal?
Yes, he is.
No, he's in You Rock My World.
He's in Smooth Criminal, isn't he?
No.
Because isn't that the one where he does that lean that everybody fell in love with?
Yeah. But that ain't Chris Tucker in that.
He's not in that one?
No, he was in You Rock My World.
What the hell is You Rock My World?
I don't know. I'm over here googling. Is Chris Tucker in Smooth Criminal? No, Chris Tucker is not in the Smooth Criminal music video.
Which one
he is in You Rock My World, featuring Chris Tucker, Marlon Brando, and Michael Madsen were all in that video.
That was the 90s. No, that was 2000. Or was that 90s?
Smooth Criminal released in 1988 as part of the Moonwalker film.
Yeah, that's 88. But You Rock My World may have been what, 2001?
Something like that.
Somewhere around there.
Yeah.
But no, what I'm saying is with Bad, I'm gonna go Thriller, Bad. I love the Dangerous album.
Me too.
It's really good. I do love it
because that was Mike's introduction into Teddy Riley and New Jack Swing and that whole era. So I love that album, but I guess for the sake of the conversation, I'll cut it, but it hurts me to do so.
Yeah, because one of my favorite songs off the album is Who Is It?
Who Is It? Yes.
Song, man.
Who Is It is a fire song.
That beat, man.
Yeah.
I love that beat. And Who Is It?
Yeah. And so it's one of the things that I saw.
Joe Pesci was the villain in Moonwalker, by the way. It was Mr. Big.
Oh, yeah, he sure was.
Joe Pesci. I'm trying to remember who it was. I was like, damn it, who
Have any of you all ever seen obviously y'all have seen Thriller, the miniseries, the whole music video, all that. Have any of y'all ever seen the Ghost miniseries? Thriller, it's a small, like a mini movie called Ghost.
No.
It came out in the 90s. So I had an unpopular opinion.
Is this about Michael Jackson?
Yeah, it's about Michael Jackson. Yeah. Just the music video alone, not the song, not the impact. Ghost is a better music video to me slightly than Thriller. If you ever get a chance, go watch Ghost.
You're asking us to judge something we haven't seen, so I don't.
Well, that's what I'm saying. I'm telling you that's right.
Okay.
Go when you get a chance. It's like a 30-minute video.
Oh, damn. Jesus.
That's like keeping it in the closet.
It's an investment.
Well, I mean, yeah, it's a mini series. It's a mini video, a mini movie.
Not keeping the closet. What was the R. Kelly stuff in the closet? What was the thing?
Yeah, in the closet.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that thing went on forever. Yeah.
Well, yeah, that's longer than this. But if you ever get a chance to sit down, just check it out.
Putting Thriller and this one we haven't seen aside, best Michael Jackson video. Not counting Thriller. Because I'll tell you, I
just
know.
Love Remember the Time.
Remember the Time's great, but I'll tell you, Leave Me Alone. It's pretty good with all the crazy, weird animated stuff that happened in that video. It's pretty damn cool. It's trippy, but it's cool. Smooth Criminal.
I'll go Smooth Criminal.
Might be
go Smooth Criminal.
For me right next to Thriller is the best he ever did.
Yeah,
I mean, Smooth Criminal, but I mean, granted, Moonwalker was just top
Remember
to bottom.
Times for me, how that just all the that just. Do you remember me, girl?
Oh yeah, the whole thing. Yeah. And the Pharaoh.
It's a fire video.
Yeah, Magic Johnson's the Pharaoh and all that stuff. And what was it? Was it Naomi Campbell?
Well, actually, Eddie Murphy was the Pharaoh.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was Eddie Murphy.
Magic was just the guy announcing.
Oh, that's right. You're right, Eddie Murphy. Oh my God.
And did you ever see where in the
been a minute.
In the bloopers, he said he couldn't say Pharaoh right for a while. He's laughing.
Yeah.
That's funny. All right, so there you go. Random side quest for us to start shooting around.
And this is no disrespect. In another album that was left off, his first solo, Off the Wall. This is I love Off the Wall. This is no disrespect to Off the Wall.
Off the Wall is a great album. Yeah, very, very good album. All right, let's get back to some of the other stuff that was up here this week. Question from Kenny. Rob wants to know, what's the worst altercation you got into with an official? He was talking about the Smart and Kennard fines from Game 4. They were both fined for verbal assault with the referees on the court after the Game 4 loss. Smart was fined $35,000 for questioning the integrity of game officials. Kennard was fined $25,000 for directing inappropriate language toward game officials.
Damn, Kennard.
Yeah,
I see you. Got your street cred.
Yeah. I was not familiar with your game.
I never got into one with an official, so I was like, no, that's because I learned quickly if you mess with an official, he ain't going nowhere for a couple of years, so he gonna fuck with you for a long time. So I never got into it with any officials.
Okay. Teammates used to get into it with officials or no?
Not really. The only one, that one with Tim and what's his name? Tim he just didn't like Tim for some reason. And I play with some,
Okay.
I told y'all the story about when Shaq and the one ref, when he called him racist.
Oh, yeah.
But it was, the thing about when you win, you hardly ever get into it with refs because you're winning. And so you don't have a reason to really say anything to them.
Okay, good point. We had Miami Heat President Pat Riley made it clear this week he's not retiring or resigning. Rumors were flying around that he was going to do that. He said, quote, "I'm not going to retire. I'm not going to resign." He's 81 years old. "I'm not going to step aside. I want another parade down Biscayne Boulevard. It may come, it may not." I've had multiple people pop up in my feed saying the argument is there that Pat Riley may be the best coach of all time. And while I think that maybe he's in that conversation, I feel like it's really hard to truncate anything Phil Jackson's done in his career. And I don't know how much of that has to do with Phil just had all the players. But greatest coach of all time? Question mark? Who's in your, I don't know, let's do your top three. Because I feel like putting a number one's really hard.
Yeah, Phil, Pat, Don Nelson.
Wow, okay.
Yeah. And the reason I put Don Nelson is people are not going to talk about, he always had those shit teams, and somehow he always won. He made players better, and he just, I think because I've watched how he handles teams, and what I mean by that is like you take a guy like D'Antoni. He brings a system, and everyone, Phil brought the triangle. Yeah, but the triangle is different than D'Antoni bringing a system in there. And I think with him, Don Nelson used to look at his players and said, okay, how can I make this team better? I'm going to use your skills to make this team better and not just say, oh, this is my system. And so I think that's why I put Don Nelson in. He won't get talked about. He probably won't be in a lot of people's unless you play for him. But for me, from the outside looking in, I know some of the people are going to talk about some other coaches, but I just feel like he made sugar to shit. I mean, shit to sugar.
Either way.
Yeah.
I'll go kind of with Rob's list, but I'll shake up the last one. I'll go Phil, Riley, and I'll go Pop.
Yeah.
The way that he was able to communicate with his players. and get the best out of his guys. Obviously, you can say, well, he had Tim and he had, David Robinson but to implement the system that he did and implement the Spurs way, and it not being the sexiest thing in the world, but it being effective and it being something that worked and led to, multiple titles. I mean, Rob, two of these coaches very well. And the way he was able to resonate with his players. And all of the guys that have kind of played with Pop have always had something good to say about him. He's always – you look at guys like a DeJounte Murray who's still playing, who was in San Antonio for a little bit, and what Pop not only did for him on the floor, but what Pop did for him off the floor. And that's some of the sentiments that you continuously always hear about Pop. It's just not him being a great coach, but him being a great person to his players, whether it be on and off the floor. And I think that's resonated to him having a successful career. So I think those are the three that I go with.
And I think those are all of those are solid. I feel like there's always an outlier somewhere. My outlier is going to be Lenny Wilkens.
Yeah.
Slide Lenny Wilkens into that list, at least to have him in the conversation. Maybe not top 3, but probably top 5 for me. And man, part of that's a little personal too. Because I grew up, and it's like that was like the coach for me when I was a kid, was watching Lenny Wilkens coach the Hawks. So
not mad at it.
And he had
what's the guy with the cigar up in Boston? It wouldn't be him.
Oh,
Red Auerbach.
Auerbach, Red Auerbach.
Yeah, but but
I was never
a slippery slope list.
I was never a Celtics guy.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
So, a lot of people say Red Auerbach because all the championships he won.
Yeah, I get it.
That's how you probably start this list off. People are like, well, he won all these championships, and people in San Antonio are like, I can't believe you put Pop in there. I'm like, yeah, Pop is my 4. But I just like it when
well, they know you hate San Antonio, so it's fine.
I don't hate San Antonio. But people going to say because I hate it. No, but my whole thing is I look at what coaches do for players in a system. That's how I look at it. Sometimes I look at basketball as basketball. I don't look at it like, oh, he won this, he won that. I look at basketball. If you can take something and make it into something spectacular, that's how I look at it. And he did that a lot because he's never really had, think about it, he never really had really good teams out there in Golden State. But he made the motherfuckers play well. He didn't have good teams in Dallas. He made the motherfuckers. It's like he brings the best out of his players, and that's what I look at.
Yeah, I agree.
You know what people talk about Phil having all the best players. One of the things I'll say to kind of refute that is coaching is not just about having the best players, but coaching is also about managing the best players. Phil had a way of being able to manage Mike, manage Pip, manage Rodman, manage Kobe, manage Shaq, and be able to make those things work. It's not just always about the X's and O's, because if you have a lot of stuff off the court that is affecting the stuff on the court, then it just kind of is what it is. But his ability to kind of manage all of the personalities that he worked with, and Rob, you correct me if I'm wrong, because you had a front seat view of all of this, but him just being able to communicate, like they didn't call him the Zen master for nothing. Being able to just be able to deal with all those guys.
I think you forget, me and that dude never had a conversation, so I don't know.
Rob won 3 rings for this man. Never talked to him once.
Hey, you do your damn job and keep it moving, baby.
So y'all never really...
We never had we had more conversations outside of basketball. When I ran into him, statues being honored at the I'm about to say the forum, at Crypto. Like,
well, we talked about this when we had Jeannie Buss on. When we had Jeannie on the show, you told Jeannie, you're like, me and him never really had that. Like, he would leave you a book that you wouldn't read. You know what I mean? I was like, but most of the guys said that. Shaq's like, he gave me The Wind in the Willows. I left that shit in my locker for 3 years. Like, what? Okay, fine. But that was his style. And to your point, Harp, the one name that always pops into my head when I think about Phil and the Lakers was it Del Harris?
Del Harris.
Who was there before Phil, who had effectively a lot of the same rosters Phil did. Those guys did not play for Del. And Shaq has told us times behind the scenes, he's like, man, they just shit on that man. Like they
just call him Del Harris.
Del? Yeah, there you go. Shaq would be like, man, Del wants to do this, we ain't doing it. And we're like, okay. But then Phil gets there, and all of a sudden everybody wants to listen. So there's a level of respect, I think, that's commanded in the room with certain coaches, and Phil had that. For me. All right, a couple more quick things and we'll wrap up Shoot Around this week. By the way, if you ever have something you want us to talk about, find us, send it our way. We will bring it up on Shoot Around or sometimes on the Tuesday show. I did like this one. I'm gonna skip the anti-tanking policy. I had this on my sheet last week. We just never got to it. But a Redditor
push it to next week.
A Redditor came up with this theory. I'll give you the short version. All arena beers at every arena start at $10 league-wide. For every win, your team can sell a beer for 35 cents less. For every loss, the team drops the beer price 20 cents. If this were in place, the Wizards would have to pay fans 10 cents every time they ordered a beer. So you want a tank? Fine. You're going to end up paying people to drink your beer. The question here was from EC. I saw that Diego Pavia represented himself because he didn't want to pay an agent 5 to 10% of his money, and he went undrafted. Do you think not having an agent hurt him? And Rob, did you ever try to represent yourself?
I fired my agent in 2001. I didn't have an agent throughout the end of my career, and I look back on it, and I wish I would have did something different due to the fact not for like my contract with teams, but off the court stuff. That's so important.
And that's not, I think people aren't thinking about that.
And I regret that because I know there's a lot of opportunities I missed out. You think about it, I won 5 championships, and then I won 6 championships, and I never really, did anything with that, off the court. So, I got a couple of things here and there, but I think I could have hit some national markers with that. I feel like that. But with Pavia, I think a lot has to do with his size. I think he should have got an agent because you already know you behind the 8 ball in the first place. So I think it really hurt him in the sense that, he could have, even though you're going to go to the Ravens, right? I think the Ravens going to bring him for training.
I don't think he's been called to camp or something for them. I don't know.
Ravens.
Yeah, but I don't know if he's signed with anybody.
I think he should have got an agent. When you behind the 8 ball, like I said, you got to have somebody to help and push that door because a lot of agents have great relationships with some GMs, and the GMs will believe you, and they'll say, okay, we'll draft him. So I think
he had a lot of the national spotlight in college football this year too. Mm-hmm. So it's like you got to find a way to incorporate that to make them, like to your point, Rob, to make the most of an opportunity that you have in front of you and go, okay, I might not be the next big NFL star, but I was the talk of college football this year. Mm-hmm. Let's get my mom on an OnlyFans. Who's signing? Let's go. Let's go.
I think he's like the second or third Heisman Trophy finalist that didn't get drafted.
Is that what it is? I didn't see the number.
He's like the second or third. Yeah, something weird like that.
You would think maybe if I had an agent, he could have made the most out of this opportunity. At least gotten me drafted. And then the question becomes too: do you take a crappy draft position just to say you got drafted, or you're always the guy that got drafted in the 6th round or the end of the 7th round? Or
you do like Austin Reeves said, please don't draft me. This way I can go to the team that I know
that I want to go
is deficient in the spot that I play. You know what I mean? Yeah. So. All right, it might work out for him.
It might. Last question, completely unrelated to anything. Question from Dan. I think Invincible might be the best superhero show ever made. I've lost faith in Marvel. What is the best superhero show you've ever watched?
Oh, my goodness.
I'll tell you what, he's not wrong. Invincible is freaking awesome.
Yeah. Have you seen the trailer for Clayface, though?
Yes, I did. Looks trippy, man.
Yes, it looks trippy.
Looks very horror, which I think is cool.
The best?
Yeah, best superhero show ever. I'll tell you what, and I don't know if you watch it, The Boys is pretty good.
Yes, The Boys is real good.
So I haven't seen it in a while.
Yeah.
It's really good.
It's the last season.
Gruesome and graphic and
perverted
and weird, but it's really good.
I watched the first 2 seasons, but I ain't watched it since.
Oh,
just because, not because it wasn't good. It's just because, other shows came up and I just never went back to it.
They're doing their 5th season now. It's their final season of the show.
Mm-hmm. I might have to catch up.
It's good. It's good.
You know what show I really, when you talk about shows, it was Smallville. I love Smallville.
Dude, I watched every episode of Smallville. And I don't know if I regret watching it or...
Me either.
It didn't... I don't know. It was like the original CW superhero show. You know what I mean? And I have it somewhere on DVD. I don't know.
Yeah, and Smallville and The Flash, I enjoyed them.
I watched The Flash in its entirety. But The Flash got me into like Arrow and the other ones, and I didn't enjoy those as much as The Flash.
Arrow was... Go ahead.
Oh, no, I was going to say, I think the first season of The Flash might be one of the better seasons of television I've watched in a long time, because it's got a lot of crazy little twists and turns the whole way that you don't see coming, and then by the end of the show, it got real silly.
Yeah,
it just got real silly.
Yeah, But it opened up a lot of doors for a lot of other shows, though.
Sure did.
So, yeah.
Is Dragon Ball Z considered a superhero show?
I'll give it to you. It's damn good.
Well,
I'll give it to you.
I remember growing up racing home from school to watch the next episode of Dragon Ball Z.
Yep.
Now, most of the episodes, they spent standing around anyway.
Yeah. 22 minutes of just guys standing opposite each other.
He just spent the whole episode and a half powering up.
With this music playing underneath him. And it's just 3 episodes of them standing there. Yeah. And other people 100 miles away talking about it.
Yeah.
Oh, Goku's going to fight him. Oh, I don't know if he can handle it.
Yeah, boy. Dragon Ball Z was my stuff, boy.
Dude, I love DBZ. Still to this day, I love it. It's great. But
I used to draw the characters growing up.
Oh, did you really?
You sound like my middle son. He has a whole side dedicated to Dragon Ball Z, tattoos.
Dude.
I'm like, really, dude? So.
I have a Goku robe. I have an orange robe around the house with a giant orange robe with the Goku's logo on the back of it.
Really?
I still like Dragon Ball Z.
I think I've ever watched one episode.
Oh, come on. You've never seen an episode of Dragon Ball Z?
I've walked in the room where my son was watching it, and then then I walk out. But I've never sat and watched a whole episode.
Have you watched Invincible?
Oh, hell yeah. Yeah.
I haven't watched Invincible.
Dude, it's outstanding. And the voice cast is like next level. Like, it's incredible how many people guest on that show. If you have not watched Invincible, and you're a superhero person, 1,000% worth your time. You will not be disappointed. They just finished season 4, and it makes me want to go buy the comics. It's that good. And I've never read the comics, but it's Robert Kirkman who wrote all the Walking Dead stuff, and I read all the Walking Dead comics. And it's outstanding. It's really, really good.
Okay.
Speaking of that, Get Over Here is coming out too.
Oh, Mortal Kombat. Yeah, Mortal
Day before
Kombat.
my birthday.
So this one looks a little more true to the game.
Yeah.
Than the last one was. The first one was a little trippy. It was like reincarnated versions of people and stuff. It was and now this one just looks like, okay, we're going straight out of the game.
Yeah, I was like, is it it's the same? Then I looked at different characters, like, okay, I got confused and like, that last one was like, why is he dead? Why is he being resurrected?
Yeah, well, it was real weird. Yeah. This one looks like, screw it, we're just going straight video game.
Yeah.
And I'm down for it. Like, I'm here for all of it. Give it to me.
Me too.
I like it.
As a you know what? My Cameron, he texted me he's like, either you or me, we're gonna meet up somewhere and we're gonna go watch He-Man together. Because when he was little, we used to watch He-Man all the time together. So now that the movie's coming out, I was like, at the end of the day, your kids are still kids at heart and you still a big kid. So he's like, we gotta go watch He-Man together.
Bunch of grown men in a He-Man movie. Nothing.
I know, right? I said, hey, to play it all, I said, we're gonna bring your son Cade to feel like we brought him here to watch it so we don't look weird.
I'll tell you, I'm glad they did Skeletor, more Skeletor. Like he looks like, okay, that's Skeletor. Because I hate when they try to take something like that and just reinterpret the character. We wanted to make him look a little more realistic. No, he's a talking skeleton. Let's not go too far off book here. You know what I mean? Like, it is what he is. But yeah, I'm still waiting for a Thundercats movie.
Me too.
I'm still waiting.
I'm
still waiting for a live action Thundercats because you want to talk about some corny ass shit we grew up with. It was the Thundercats, man.
Thundercats. What was the other guy with Ukla, the monk or whatever it was? He used to have the yellow hair. He had the little sword that would come up like a lifesaver. I can't think
of who it is. Yeah, I know.
Thunder the Barbarian.
Yes.
Thunder the Barbarian.
There was a lot of that stuff that I was like, as a kid, like it's what's funny is you go back and you watch Thundercats now, it does not hold up. Like you watch it now, and you're like, oh, this is so terrible and corny. But it deserves a live action reboot. It does. I need to see a live action Mumra. I need one.